Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to a midweek edition of 5 Minutes with Phil. I hope you're doing well. I really thank you for joining me here as we unpack the Lord's Word together. And I want to start you on your way today with a great scripture from the book of Psalms, Psalm chapter 91. And here, in the three verses we're going to read, there is a good reminder of the shelter, the refuge, the protection, the safety that we have in the Lord. And that's what I love about our walk with God, by the way. It's not just heaven or hell. It's so much more than that. I mean, yes, I'm glad I'm going to heaven, but wow, the things that He does for all of us while we're here on this earth, it's incredible. Take a look at this and I'll show it to you. Psalm 91, beginning in verse 2 and going to verse 4, it says, "This I declare about the Lord. He alone is my refuge, my place of safety. He is my God, and I trust Him, for He will rescue you from every trap and protect you from every deadly disease. He will cover you with His feathers. He will shelter you with His wings. His faithful promises are your armor and protection." So a lot of talk about God being your source of safety. And I think that's good for us to remember, because obviously there's a lot of things that could really try to weaken us and try to attack us when we find ourselves living life like we're doing. We can deal with disease and sickness, and I read here that it's the Lord's intent to protect us from that. And by the way, if you're facing some kind of illness, it doesn't mean that the Lord doesn't care about you. It means that He's allowed that so He can bring His glory in that situation. But that's another episode of 5 Minutes with Phil. But we know that He'll protect us. He'll protect us from people's opinions or lies or rumors about us. He'll protect us from that. I always like to tell people that our character will outlast any rumor. That's what someone told me one time, and I never forgot it. And I believe that He protects us from the rumors that mankind can bring upon us. He is a protector of so many things. So many things. And today, if you feel a little bit unsure, and if you feel a little uneasy, then I would pray that the words of actually this entire Psalm, Psalm 91, would be a place that you go to, saying that He's my place of safety, that He alone is my refuge, that I trust God. And let's remind ourselves to do that, okay? Let's remind ourselves that we have to have this incredible faith and trust in God, that even though circumstances may be challenging, I could still trust in Him. I could still lean on Him. I could still rely on Him. And He's so faithful and He's so good. And sometimes when we're in the midst of it, it doesn't seem like that to us, but God is always true to His word, and He's true to what we've read here. He'll rescue us from every trap. How about that? When either the enemy of our souls or maybe individuals try to catch us and trap us into something and try to harm us, once again, we can rely on God's protection and His refuge. The scripture closes by saying that His faithful promises, that's our armor and that's our protection. And if you're ever a little bit unsure, remember the promises of God all through the Bible. Remember how God promises to be your shelter and your peace and your source of wisdom and your strength. Here, your protection. Just remember all the promises of God and realize that is a piece of armor that the enemy cannot penetrate or get to you with. So this morning, I want you to remember that God's your protector, and God is your source of safety, and God is your refuge, and you can trust him. And that's pretty good news today. All right, got to let you go. Walk in that, okay? And Lord willing, we'll see you next time. We love you, we care about you, and we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.